stupid punk rock. I don't, I just think of it as rock and roll because that's what it is.
Neighbors.
No one loves you like he loves you.
Want Bill Sperm with that?
Someday we will be back in the lab.
Your answer is non-sequitur.
All right, this is Stan Mueller.
Hi, and I'm Jeff Feuerhaken, and welcome to the Punk Rock Chronicles Podcast. We're going to be talking about all things punk rock with the players from the past, the present, and the future. And today, we are here with Long Beach's own Dissension.
Hey now.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? You know.
So why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Matt Vargas. I play guitar. Randy Freeman. I play bass.
Awesome. Well, we're stoked to have you guys on the show. And you guys have been playing for a few years, right? Like two or three, maybe?
No, man. We go way back in the 80s.
So how'd you guys get into the scene?
Ooh, who knows? Yeah. Kind of like I got into it when I was in junior high school. You know, it was like we were saying before, we grew up on the west side of Long Beach. We used to get bussed in on the school bus. So, and we grew up in normal like hood, so.
The streets,
growing up west side of Longo and then say Crip Gang. So we used to take the bus on the other side of town where all the white kids were. And that's why I got introduced to punk rock. So, all my friends that I had new friends, they were all into it. I say, hey man, this is something cool because I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old. Didn't even go to junior high school yet over there. And I like, old rock and roll, like Kiss, Parliament.
Did you ever wear the makeup?
No, didn't go that far.
Never did that in the bedroom?
I did. Yeah.
You did?
One Halloween at school, yeah. Yeah, so.
Which one were you, real quick?
I was Paul Stanley because Gene was too hard. The makeup job was too hard.
You didn't have the tongue for it.
No, I didn't have that either.
You have to do tongue exercises. It takes a while.
Yeah.
I've heard.
What was some of the first albums you listened to? What got you into it?
Well, one of our friends, they were into punk rock, down the street. So like when we all got in together, they started bringing over some albums. What was Circle Jerks and Black Flag, and TSOL. And even though that I didn't know TSOL was from Long Beach at the time, that was some good shit that hey man, this is something new. I can go with this.
Yeah, I didn't know that TSOL was from Long Beach. I knew they were from like this area. I thought they were from Orange County, but they're from Long Beach. That's where they first started?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Now, when you guys were first starting to play shows, well, actually, how did the band come together? Like, what was the process that led to you guys all being in the same room playing music together?
We met out in front of Black Flag's practice place on the west side. We just sort of gravitated towards it. I was like they were in the same. We were into the same shit. Kiss, Parliament, things like that. Like I liked some of my first records were Parliament, Mothership Connection, the Kiss records, Alice Cooper records.
Sure.
And I don't know, I saw punk rock on TV for the first time. And then somehow, when I was a little kid, I was in a poppin' group and I was kind of a hood kid. And then I met these guys.
Poppin' breakdancing?
Before breakdancing. Come on,
man. Pop locking. This was like breaking, not breaking to Electric Boogaloo.
No,
this was like the OG breaking.
No, this was khaki suits and fights. This wasn't like jumping around on the fucking rolling around on the ground.
Do you still have it? Do you have popping?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Kind of fat now, but whatever. But and then I met these guys out at him and his brother.
Okay.
This lockout had Black Flag and Descendants in one room, Secret Hate and Minutemen in another room.
Damn.
And we would hang out there. And then one day, did you ever get inside? Yeah, I went there and, when I got word that they were practicing there, so we fucking rode our bikes or something over there. Yeah. And it was
hood.
I was like, shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was fucking Greg Ginn and Bill Stevenson was playing drums.
Chuck Dukowski, and then Henry Rollins. They're all there playing, fucking practicing fucking Black Flag songs. And
They're cool with you guys just rolling in.
They let everyone in there, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We sat in that fucking room and watched them write My War and Slip It In.
No shit. Really?
Yeah. Watch them put the songs together and put them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bummer, like a little disclaimer, because we sat in that thing and these fuckers would be lurching and going crazy in that little room that was basically this size, right. Maybe a little smaller. And the songs were just fucking huge. And then those records came out and they were kind of polished and it's like, oh shit, this isn't like we used to hear it. Henry would be screaming the whole fucking song, And
so you're saying the records didn't really do their
They didn't do it fucking justice at all. It was nothing it was a bummer.
Yeah, when we were watching them practice, they were practicing for that reunion show. They're playing at the Santa Monica Civic.
Yeah, it was fucking.
What year
amazing.
was this?
This was 84.
84?
Was it?
83.
83. Yeah, and we got in for free because Greg Yens said, hey, you guys want to get on the guest list? They had a fucking guest list like that long.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, I don't have a ride. And they go, roll with Lou, the guy who took their equipment. Loud Lou, he had a bakery truck with all the shit.
Nice.
And I'm like, I got a date. I thought I had a date, but it was Mary from Phantom Opera. She went with me. She didn't want a date. She just wanted to roll.
Yeah.
And we went and it was a good one though. I brought a Sherm stick, and then when fucking Misfits were playing, I was completely PCP'd out and like, fuck, is this really happening?
That was with the original Vandals, the original Misfits.
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh,
You guys were like
bill?
13, right?
Bill, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Young boys?
83, probably 15, 16. 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, man, I would have loved to have been at a show like that. That sounds awesome. So when you guys first started playing and first started getting your songs out and everything, did you guys have like bands that you played with a lot? Did you have like your partner in crime bands?
We like to see Target of Demand a lot.
Who were they?
Target of Demand.
Target of Demand. Okay.
Yeah.
Target of Demand.
Yeah.
They
Target
were
of Demand.
Yeah, of Demand. Yeah, they were the local band in Long Beach,
Okay.
And they were like, fuck, we could go to their parties all the time and see them play.
It was pretty amazing because, you hear the shit on the records. We'd get records and get all the stuff. But then you go see like Target of Demand, you go see Secret Hate and those guys. And they're just like big, scary motherfuckers when we were kids. We're like, what the fuck? Especially Target of Demand. They were like, what,
Yeah, they had a few TSOL shows too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because they were
Probably
local.
crazy.
Yeah, that was
local.
fucking...
But, it was cool.
That's who we kind of like Target of Demand and Secret Hate and a little bit of Crude. That's who we really were kind of like, not patterning ourselves after, but that's what we listened to the most because it was the most accessible. It's like, oh, these guys, they play down the street, they're
right.
We can do that.
Yeah.
And it didn't really sound like that at first, but it came together. I didn't play like these. I met these guys and I was like, I wanted to be a singer and I could write shit, but then the problem was I fucking couldn't sing. So
that's kind of a big problem.
That's a big problem. Yeah. But his brother had a bass and he's like, I traded him a leather jacket for this bass. And then they basically taught me how to play.
Nice.
I ended up in some rehab where there was a dude in there that was like a guitar teacher. And I'm like, hey, I'm in here for 2 months. I need to be proficient when I get out. Hook it up. And
so the way they do it, though, just locking yourself in a room and just, doing the same shit over and over and over, training your muscles to get it down.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
When he got out of rehab, he came over our house and I was impressed. He learned some songs.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're a bass player.
Hey, let's do something, man. So we started practicing,
Okay.
We used to practice in his granny's garage.
Oh, I bet Granny loved that.
Yeah.
No, she actually did.
She was cool.
She was cool as fuck.
Grandparents are always cool.
Yeah.
At least I'm not on the streets anymore, Yeah. Not on the streets. She was like, at least I know where this motherfucker's at.
Yeah.
We just tell her to move the Impala out of the garage so we could set up.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's the best.
Yeah. But we started practicing there and man, we came up with a lot of songs and, we used some of those songs for the Why Work for Death album.
Yeah. Tell us about that album. Like how did that whole thing come to be? Where did you guys record it at?
Well, we recorded at Casbah Studios in Fullerton,
right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like Social Distortion where they used to play and stuff like that?
They recorded there.
Striper.
That's right.
No,
To
man.
hell with the devil.
We used to go in there and they have their guitars and everything was all stripes and stuff.
No, oh my God, no
So
way.
they're a striper, right?
Yeah, Striper, the Christian rock band.
Yeah. Oh, the legend. So did you guys play shows with Striper a
Hell
lot?
no. Yeah.
But our first label was a metal label.
Metal Storm Records,
Metal
right?
Storm.
Yeah, Metal
Okay.
Storm.
How did that come about?
Vadim Rubin, and who was the other dude?
Brian Siegel. Was it Siegel?
No, that was Metal Blade.
Oh yeah, Metal Blade.
Yeah, Vadim from Half Off. He's like, man, I don't even remember how the fuck it happened. It just like Vadim said, we're gonna put out your record and sign this shit. Okay, here we go. And it just fucking came to fruition. It was weird.
Were you guys playing like a lot of shows before you guys got signed to the label?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were
So you
playing
guys
some
were
shows.
on the scene for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not long, maybe less than a year, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you guys getting on bills pretty quick?
Yeah, we played a lot of parties first.
Yeah.
A lot of backyard parties.
Yeah, kegers.
Yeah, kegers. And we used to play what was that?
Melody Dance Center,
Dance Center.
Fenders, Big John's, like those kind of places.
Yeah.
Our first show was Safari Sam's.
Yeah. It's
And-
Huntington.
That's here in Huntington, right?
Yeah.
Or that was
It was here in Huntington. Yeah.
We played there with SWA. Remember?
Yeah, I think so.
Tukowski's bands.
Yeah.
SWA.
But I remember we only had like 10 or 11 songs and then we were done and they're all short, and we
Yeah.
we're done and they're like, play more. So we just like started playing, we were playing Lowrider for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Nice.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So when you guys recorded your first album, The Casbah, how many days were you guys in the studio?
Oh, just a couple, dude.
Just a couple?
Yeah, just a couple.
And there's like what? There's like a good like 12 songs on there.
11 songs,
11
yeah.
songs, okay.
Fuck, the one we just did is 15 songs. We were on there, what,
Yeah.
2.5 days.
Yeah,
You've
they're
ripped
fast
through
and
'em.
short.
Yeah.
That helps, yeah.
Fast and short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Were they
It helps.
live? Live recordings and
at the first one was like, yeah, bass, drums, and guitar were live.
And
Yeah.
then do the vocals afterwards.
Yeah.
Just
Same shit with this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This one's good.
Standard.
This one's good.
Vocals and leads later.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we went in both times. We went in like prepared. It's like we know these things and simple. Just bust it out.
so when you guys released that album, did your exposure, how did that affect the band? I mean, were you guys getting better gigs or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we started getting some better. That's when we started getting like the Fenders gigs and the Melody Dance Center was another spot in Long Beach that was one of the promoters that did shows at Fenders also did shows at this Melody Dance Center place. So we were getting cool shows. But then after the record came out, then we started getting shit like, UK Subs and Bad Religion and TSOL and Social Distortion and shows like that.
Nice.
And, our stuff was a little different though, like at that point, our shit was 100 miles an hour and
A little thrashier, yeah.
They kind of put it in with like when this new crossover stuff started coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Suicidal Tendencies type stuff, like the metal
Yeah.
punk
Kind of like
crossover.
that. Yeah.
yeah, it was
We were kind of ahead of our time, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that album when I'm listening to it, and it definitely has like those like metal like influences. Like they're pretty subtle, but
Yeah.
you can definitely hear like the chugging riffs and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So tell us about the next album that you guys put out.
Well, I think that's when Randy.
I went to go
band.
play. Who did I go play with? Oh, Cadillac Tramps.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we didn't have a bass player at the time. So on the next album, We the Fool, we went back into recording. We had a different singer than Matt Franco at the time. This kid named
Tim Hanko. What up, Tim?
And so he did just like some of the recording, but then he quit right in the middle of the recording and he went to the Air Force.
Wow.
And
Tim was the singer for Half Off.
was he?
Remember those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hanko was the singer for Half Off.
And so we ended up getting our Matt Franco back, kind of talked him into doing it. He didn't want to do it at first.
Okay.
He was off doing some other stuff, but and he agreed to it. So then we got him to do the whole vocals over again, you know. And we didn't have a bass player at the time, so we did the recording, and I did bass on that. So,
So you did guitar and bass.
Guitar and bass. And again, you know, part of all those songs we learned in Granny's garage. Some of those came on to the second album. And so Mike Chirico, we got him in the band.
Tell him how.
Yeah, we got him in the band when we were looking for a second guitar player, and he played in Target of Demand.
He was in like our Heroes band, you know?
Yeah, wow. So.
And I was joking with, like, they went on tour, and they, like, Albie from, I guess, Jimmy, something happened to Jimmy, the singer of Target of Demand. He was sick. He couldn't go on their tour. Albie went on the tour. I saw Mike at a party when the tour was over, and I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, fuck, it was shit. We broke up. I'm like, oh, you need a band? And he goes, what? And I told him about us, and that motherfucker was at the practice place the next day, and we're like, oh shit, Mike from Target of Demand's in our band now.
Are serious?
So
it was super cool.
With that power from Target of Demand, that added to Dissension, and that's why, you know, on the first two albums it was kind of powerful because we dug it because he could fucking do the leads like a motherfucker.
That motherfucker
he was shredding, man.
He was Hendrix meets fucking dude like Jimmy Page or something.
You know, he was like in his 30s, and we were in our 18, 19.
Yeah, he was 28 when we were like 16.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he was like the dad of the band.
Yeah.
He was
the dad of TOD too.
Yeah. And so we got to learn to play a lot of Black Sabbath songs at that time. Right. So we were jamming on that and playing some Hendrix, playing, you know, other, you know, old metal stuff, you know, back in the 70s kind of shit. So, you know, that kind of like was our influence too, you know.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it.
A lot of Sabbath and, you know, Led Zeppelin, shit like that.
So when you guys are writing songs, like who usually comes up with the music and then who usually comes up with the lyrics? Is it like a collaborative process, or is there one person who brings it to the band?
I was the one that was pretty much making a lot of songs, you know, the music part, you know, because I would be a fucking hermit just in my room, just playing and practicing, and I come up with these songs, and then we go to Granny's and you know, make a whole new song, put them together.
Did Granny ever help you guys write songs?
Yeah. But Randy and our original singer Matt Franco, they're the ones that pretty much did all the lyrics.
All the lyrics, okay.
Yeah.
Randy, where did you get your ideas from for your lyrics?
I don't know, man. Whatever I was fucking going through, like whatever was happening, whatever. I don't know, dude. Like Blinded by Power is just about, you know, like you know, geniuses making bombs that could be fucking helping people, you know, could be feeding people. And Blackout is about what I was going through all the time, like smoking PCP and ended up in a blackout and then fucking, you know, being covered in blood, waking up, whose blood is this? You know,
what happened?
That kind of shit.
Yeah, and it sounds like a movie.
Yeah. It was, our life was, we were going through
drugs was a
big part of our existence.
Part of our life back then, and it still continued, but you know, here we are today.
I got a question. Are you on PCP right now?
Well, you got some?
Maybe I do.
Yeah, you'd know.
So what were the tours like? Were you guys touring at that time, or were you guys able to get out there?
This one, when Randy left the band, and it was me, my brother, Mike Chirico, he was the other guitar player, and then we got a bass player and a singer, John Bausch. He used to play in Don't Know. He was a guitar player in Don't Know. So,
and he did the saxophone shit on Target of Demand.
The Airhead song on Target of Demand. He did the saxophone.
He plays saxophone on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
if you check out that recording, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But so we ended up going on, and then again, you know, Mike was older than us, and John Bausch was
older than Mike, wasn't he?
Mike. So they were kind of like our dads, you know, when we were kids, you know.
What did Grandma think of that?
Yeah.
The old dudes hanging out. She was cool though.
Grandma sounds like she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was like going on tour with our dad. You know, they could be dating our moms. You know. But
so you had them do all the responsible shit. Like,
they
talked to all the promoters.
You know,
they
they came and talked to our parents. You know, said we're going on this tour. You know, we packed up the van and we headed out all the way up to the East Coast. You know, and we did it all in like 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you book that?
Our Mike Chirico, he went through Maximum Rock and Roll. You know, they used to put the numbers of all these
that's right.
clubs.
Book your own fucking life.
Book your own shows. You know, and we did it. You know, on a time frame, and then how long we would get there, then all the way, to make it to the night we play.
Okay.
Yeah, we played Las Vegas, Texas, up in Pennsylvania, New York, Norwalk, Connecticut, Indianapolis.
Surprised you remember all these places.
Yeah, wow. It was memorable experience.
Yeah.
Did you get label support, or were you guys just kind of on your own? Or
no, we were pretty much doing it on our own.
Wow.
Yeah. Promoting our own shit,
They just give you merch. So here, sell these records, survive.
Yeah.
The
Stuff.
one of the cool label support things on the first record was they licensed it to a Brazilian company named called Azra.
Yeah.
And they gave us, some dough, and then they the Brazilian people loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I met...
They like that heavy music, the Brazilians. They like
Yeah.
Sepultura and like all that shit,
I met one of the dudes from Sepultura and told him what band I was in. He was like, "Oh, fuck, yeah, I know you guys. I'm a fan."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
So
that's pretty cool.
They pressed their own Why Work for Death album out there.
Really?
It's
With a different back cover.
Different back cover.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so it got exposure out there.
Right.
Then when MySpace and Facebook came along, we started getting these people say, "Hey, you guys are Dissension from Why Work for Death."
Did you guys ever play in Brazil?
No, we got to get down there.
Yeah, we got to go down there.
You guys need to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll eat that up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still communicate with a bunch of those dudes, and that's kind of why we started playing again in 2012. We started playing again, right? Because we were, getting like all this, like these people messaging. You're looking around social media, you're looking at shit, and you're looking at different like fucking internet sites and Discogs, and I don't know what kind of got me how it was some kids saying like this was the soundtrack to our youth in fucking Sao Paulo, and like it was like what
shit,
fucking cool. Like, okay, let's fucking play, man.
Yeah.
That feels pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it was cool. And then so I fucking contacted some of them and started communicating with them, and it was like, shit, man, really? Okay. Yeah, I guess it was the soundtrack to our youth too.
Seriously. Wait, back up a second. So when did you guys break up? Why did you guys stop playing originally?
Well,
which time?
This was after the tour with Mike Chirico and John Bausch. So after we ended the tour, it was kind of like, okay, some heated, shit happened during the tour. And so at the end, when we got closer to home, we were just like, you know what? We kind of just said, fuck it. These guys are older than us, so they could care less,
Right.
So
touring can take its toll. I think a lot of bands break up when they get back from doing a tour.
Yeah. So then just say it was a lot of partying that we did on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of drinking, a lot of weed, shit like that.
There was some theft.
Wait, on
as
tour?
well.
On tour you were drinking alcohol and smoking weed?
Yeah.
Seriously?
There might have been some
happen.
theft and some
there was
fights
a couple, couple of arguments and stuff, because of theft and shit like that. So.
Oh, you guys got jacked?
No, we didn't.
Other way around.
Other way around. They just say
from each other?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So what did you guys do when you broke up? What were you guys doing then? Were you guys started other bands?
I kind of went my own way. I started playing with this other band called Long Beach All Day.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was playing guitar with them for a lot of years.
Early 90s, right?
Early 90s.
You played in Walk Proud too, right?
That was only for a minute. And then I started playing with some metal friends of mine, Atrocity and Brotherhood of Anger. So we did a lot of parties, the junkyard parties in Long Beach that used to go on, for free, and it was out in the open, out in the industrial area, and
wait, so this was like at an actual junkyard?
Yeah, we call it junkyard, but it was over there like Santa Fe and Anaheim towards Wilmington, so all that industrial area right there. Yep. People would throw parties there all the time. The cops never come.
Perfect location.
Yeah, perfect location to have a show.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't get any noise complaints.
Yeah. Yeah, so then I joined All Day, Long Beach All Day, and we cut a couple of albums with them. Went on tour with All Day, played with No Effects out there, met him in Denver, came all the way back towards the West Coast. That was fun.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, tell him All Day was at first was what, Quackenbush from Vandals playing guitar.
Yeah, Quackenbush from the singer from the Vandals now, and then Randy Bradbury played guitar too.
Oh wow,
from Pennywise. Yeah.
And Trey was in there. Trey from One Hit Wonder, Falling Idols.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So,
this was like an early supergroup.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
How was that tour then compared to Dissension tours? I mean, was it probably more funded?
Oh, fuck. It was like all hell broke loose, man.
These guys are nuts. Yeah, I remember seeing All Day play. Those guys are nuts.
Yeah. Every city we were at, it was always a memorable time because,
Paul McFadden liked to kick it into high gear.
Yeah.
But wait, who's Paul McFadden?
He was the singer.
Oh, he was a singer.
Yeah,
gotcha.
He was pretty wild.
Yeah. But
always been.
But then we were off and on, with All Day. Then we get back together, but it just finally kind of fizzled out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It did. Just didn't have it. No interest, I guess.
Okay.
So they're trying. Some of the members are trying to get it back, but we couldn't find certain members.
Yeah, it's hard to find musicians.
We just found one.
Yeah.
we just.
Yes. Speaking of which, we're going to take a break here. And when we come back, we're going to talk with your singer about the resurrection of Dissension.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we're here with Eric Salazar, and we're going to be talking about how he got back in, or how he actually got into the band and helped resurrect where you guys are at today.
So what's your history with the band? How did you first find out about these guys?
Through shows. And somebody gave me a tape, I believe. I got a tape somehow. And I remember I was living in Huntington Beach, and I had this cassette tape and it had Dissension on it, and I liked it because it was like super fast and just different from a lot of the other shit at the time.
Right.
I had a stepsister that was into like the hair metal bands.
Like Striper?
For sure. And it was just different. And then I was always going to shows, and then I went and saw them. I forgot what show it was. Those days are so foggy for me. But I remember seeing them, and then every time they would play, I would go and just rage. And most of the shows were violent. There was fights all the time, and especially at Fender's, they used to get pretty bloody over there. Yeah.
We would play shows with the older bands.
Okay.
And I remember overhearing guys one time. I'm blowing you out, fucking Randy. Falling Idols one time, and they're like, "Who's playing before us?" And they're like, "Dissension," and they're like, "Fuck." Because most likely the show was getting it was just getting broken up. It's not going to last.
Cops are going to come.
4 or 5 songs. It's like, shut this down. It was fucking cool, man. Like, we had a crew that would fuck shit up. Like, for it was good. They would shut down shows. Like, fuck, one party we played, the fucking in a backyard, like tore down the fence. Remember that? Like, fucking fence. Remember the helicopters on us and shit. It was those were fun days.
Sounds pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
So, Eric, now you're in the band.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're the singer. How'd that happen?
Well, they started playing again, and they played Punk Rock
Picnic.
Mm-hmm. And they had one of our friends, John Newman, singing.
Rest in peace, John.
John passed away. Rest in peace. And I don't know. He just asked if I wanted to try out, pretty much, because
John was like a friend of ours, and he was a part of our crew when we were kids, you know, and his
number one fan for sure. Loved him. So when he got to sing for him, it was like childhood dream for him. You know, he was so proud to be singing for Dissension, because I knew him too. And he's like, bro, I'm singing for Dissension. I'm like, dude, it's fucking rad, you know?
Yeah.
And,
you know, I had to be the dick, like always, like always. Fucking the new shit that I was writing wasn't necessarily working with John's thing. John's vocal style was more like he was just full speed, you know.
Christ on Parade.
He was Christ on Parade, kind of like just belting it out, and it's like, you know, it was super cool, but it didn't totally work with our shit, because we've got like little subtle different kind of parts and stuff. So
yeah,
he actually, Salazar we were at Punk Rock Picnic, and he was carrying our shit in, helping carry our shit in, and he was talking, and then I heard somebody say, like, to him, "Are you guys playing?" Because he was in a band before that, and I go, "Do you happen to sing?" Because I could tell
and I go, "No, we broke up." Or I go, "No, I don't sing anymore." And he goes,
"You sing." And I'm like, I could tell by his voice, like I wanted to write songs with his voice.
I got a raspy voice.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, "Can you know?" And then it's like, fuck, you know, sorry, John, but we got to go this way because I want to write some new shit, you know?
But John was still there every show. First one to start.
Cool.
First one to start the pit.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was number one fan.
Yeah, I'm
all
sure he
the
just
way.
understood it was his voice wasn't right. For
Yeah, and he took it a little hard, but he was still, like I said, he was there every show. He loved all of us, and
he came up and sang shit with Salazar. And,
yeah, he would come up and it was all love and brotherhood, you know.
Okay, so the last Dissension album came out in 1988.
Yeah, then we did a single, or like 3 songs. Yeah, like a single.
7-inch.
Like a compilation or something with other bands? Or
No, just us.
Was it just 7-inch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fletcher, Draggy from Pennywise, and Ian Peterson, they like produced it. And we just kind of...
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Ian passed away. Rest in peace,
too.
Ian.
And they did it. And, you know, John helped us write like one of the songs on there, Damascus. Like I wrote it with him. He would come to my job after, and, you know.
Yeah.
And it was cool. So we did that in 2013 probably. And it's fucking impossible to get anybody to hear anything, you know? It just is.
It is tough. But now you guys have a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Super excited. This album is...
Yeah, it's fucking brutal. I want to play it right now. Let's stick it on the mic.
Yeah, you sent me some of that shit's badass. Really good.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of positive feedback from it. It's... who knows what it's going to do, but we love playing the songs, and they're pretty brutal. And
how many tracks do you guys have for this album?
15 total.
Wow, okay.
One is the Damascus song redone. We did it again.
Okay.
But there's 14 new ones, and it's cool. It's got all our little shit in there that we listen to, you know, kind of like it just, you know, and it's about our drug past and our hood past and our whatever, you know, and
the roots.
So it's called Amazing Disgrace. And then there's some shit.
Amazing Disgrace. That's the name of the album. Oh, I love it. That's great.
And I don't know, should I say anything? But Jerry from Poison Idea, he's going to put it out on his American Leather label.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So
he's a busy motherfucker, though.
When can everyone look for this album to come out?
January, February next year.
Okay, so early 2020.
Early 2020, yeah.
2020 for sure.
Early 2020.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Super excited. I can't wait.
We're going to put 4 songs on a little giveaway CD thing.
Okay.
And
we're playing. What are we playing? Warfest on.
We're playing Warfest in Long Beach, January 4th, I believe. That's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. It's at the Gas Lamp.
Yeah.
Gas Lamp.
It's a great venue, good sound, good lighting, great food, drinks.
Hell yeah,
So
that's with
it's
like
really
Agent
good.
Orange,
Yeah.
Guttermouth.
That's a good lineup. Yep.
Awesome, you guys.
So we're gonna give away like a CD with like 4 teasers on there.
But we're gonna do vinyl and probably vinyl and with the digital download.
Yeah, vinyl, and it'll be like it'll be on all the platforms.
Spotify,
Yeah.
Pandora, all the usual places, Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's been super awesome having you guys on the show. Everyone, make sure you go check these guys out when they play at Warfest, and you're also going to be able to get a sample of their new CD or their new vinyl album, American Disgrace. And any closing statements you guys want to make?
Come to shows. Come early.
Support these guys, though. These guys are badass. They're fucking great guys. And I'm stoked they're here to take the time out to come out here to talk to us today. So
support everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, and speaking of support, if you guys like what you hear, make sure that you rate, review, and subscribe to the Punk Rock Chronicles podcast on Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe so you guys never miss an episode. So that's it. Until the next episode, we'll see you guys.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
All right.